The Howard Franklin Bridge, originally completed in 1960, is one of two bridges that connects St. Pete with Tampa. The bridge itself is 3 miles long, but it is up to 7 miles between the exits, so make sure you have enough gas to make it over. On the St. Pete side, 4th Street North is the first exit and the location of the 4th Street Fishing Pier. For those who want to be centrally located, there are several apartments and condos in what is known as the Gateway region of St. Pete. Inlet Bay Apartments is one of those, on the west side of 4th Street North. If you would like to buy a condo, check out Bay Point Preserve Condos on the east side of 4th Street North. Next to Bay Point Preserve is the Lincoln Shores Apartments. The first bridge to connect Tampa and St. Pete was the Gandy Bridge, first built in 1924. Unlike the Howard Franklin Bridge, this bridge has a recreation fishing area on the St. Pete side of the bridge. A year after the Gandy Bridge opened, further down on Gandy Boulevard, the Derby Lane held its first race. A scene from Ocean's 11 was filmed here. Derby Lane has live-action greyhound races that still occur Monday through Saturday. There is also a multi-million-dollar poker room and the Derby Lane restaurant with panoramic views of the track. This next area, I'll bet many of you who live in Tampa Bay may not even be familiar with. It is Whedon Island. There is a boardwalk and an observation tower. Also special programs, classes, and events. A nice fishing pier. A great area for boating or kayaking. You can take tours or rent kayaks and paddleboards at sweetwaterkayak.com. You can see the skyline of St. Pete off in the distance. From here, you can either take 4th Street North or continue along Gandy Boulevard as we go over 4th Street North and take it to I-275 to downtown. We are going to go back along 4th Street North so that we can show you Sunken Gardens. Sunken Gardens is located just south of 22nd Street. It has existed for over a century. One of the oldest roadside tourist attractions in the U.S. The gardens contain over 500 species of tropical and subtropical plants, amidst pools and cascading waterfalls, with more than 50,000 tropical plants and flowers. You can also get married here. We take 22nd Avenue North to Coffee Pot Boulevard, which brings us around the Snell Isle area. Popular for jogging, walking, biking. St. Petersburg, with an average temperature of 73 degrees and 361 days of sunshine, is nicknamed the Sunshine City. It is even in the Guinness Book of World Records for having 768 days of consecutive sunshine a year. As the road turns into North Shore Drive Northeast, we begin to show you several waterfront parks, beginning with Flora Wiley Park. It is just continuous park areas around the waterfront. Flora Wiley Park turns into North Shore Park, where there is a really nice large dog park here. As the pier starts to become visible, we enter Vinoy Park, where there are often concerts and festivals. This is where we are going to start to show you footage from the boat, which you can rent from Bada Bing Water Sports. Near the pier, about $150 for 2 hours. Pretty good deal. On the right, the Mediterranean Revival architecture of the Vinoy Renaissance Resort. Built in 1925, the rates were $20 a night then. Across the street from the Vinoy is North Straub Park, where many festivals are held. An absolutely gorgeous drive along Bayshore Drive Northeast. To the right, the beautiful trees of North Straub Park. On the other side of the road, the waterfront of the North Yacht Basin. The view from Beach Drive Northeast, which we will show more of later. The St. Petersburg Trolley downtown looper is free to ride. The Museum of Art currently closed because of COVID, but is set to open on September 19th. Now to the newest structure in the city, a must-do when visiting, the St. Pete Pier. It is a half a mile from Beach Drive to the end of the pier. There are free trams that will take you up and down the pier. You can also park in a big covered parking lot on the pier. This is really more than just a pier. It is 26 acres of enjoying nature, plenty of chairs, benches to have a seat and chill. Near the parking area is Doc Ford's Rum Bar and Grill, with authentic Florida and Caribbean food and drinks. Before we show you the new pier, let's take a trip back in history. The very first pier was in 1889, known as the Railroad Pier, as the Orange Belt Railway ended near the base of the pier. 7 years later, the Brantley Pier was built. It used a horse-drawn flat car to shuttle goods and passengers to the ships at the pier's head. At the turn of the century, the Fountain of Youth Pier was built. As St. Pete was becoming known for its hundreds of electric cars and streetcar line, the Electric Pier was built in 1906, but only lasted for 8 years. The first pier to accommodate cars in 1913 was the Municipal Recreation Pier. This pier also had a hangar for a historic airline. In 1914 was the first commercial flight in aviation history, flown by Tony Janis, who flew from the Central Yacht Basin across the bay to Tampa. The hurricane of 1921 would damage this pier, to be replaced by the $1 Million Pier in 1926. This pier had a casino, a spa, 2-lane roadway, a streetcar line. And many of you probably remember this, the Inverted Pyramid Pier, built in 1973. It closed in 2013. Learn more at the St. Petersburg Museum of History at the base of the pier. Now back on the boat. After going 7 years without a pier, in July of 2020, the new $92 million St. Pete Pier opened. It is completely free and open to just take in the picturesque view of the waters of Tampa Bay with a large fish and sightseeing deck at the end. On the ground level, the Driftwood Cafe offering ice cream and snacks. On the fishing deck side, Gator Jim's Bait and Tackle to grab a quick hot dog or lemonade. Up on the 4th floor, the Teak Restaurant, and above that, the rooftop lounge of the Pier Tiki, with multiple tiki bars. What a great place to have dinner or a drink and take in the scenic view of the city. The Onatopia sculpture by Nick Irvink. I didn't see this art sculpture on the website, but very creative with a nice, elegant boom and artistically designed wheels. This is called a coastal thicket, a little boardwalk area that extends over the water. There's 3 of them here. The Cross Bay Ferry goes back and forth to Tampa. It's seasonal, but this has been a big success and I believe will be year-round very soon. The Tampa Bay Watch Discovery Center. We mentioned this in our St. Pete Beach video. Tampa Bay Watch helps to protect and restore the Tampa Bay estuary through scientific and educational programs. Tickets $5 for adults, $3 for kids. Part of the new pier project was improvements to Spa Beach located along the north side of the pier. Beach chairs and shelters were added. A splash pad where kids like me can play in. Also a really nice playground here with a soft modern turf. Nope, I will not play in this area. I have to keep some level of dignity, but it's tempting. I think your kids will love it. Now it's time to get a veggie pizza at the Spa Beach Bistro. You know, it was really good. $10, not bad. Squirrels here are making out. This is really cool. It is the Bending Arc, an aerial net sculpture by Janet Eckelman. It lights up at night. You can take a 110-minute dolphin sightseeing cruise aboard the 46-foot Dolphin Queen. $37 for adults, $27 for kids. It departs from the St. Petersburg Marina. Or enjoy a 2-hour cruise on the Catamaran by J.P. Cat. Fresco's Waterfront Restaurant is located on the St. Petersburg Marina near the entrance to the pier. South Straub Park is between the Museum of Fine Art and the St. Pete Yacht Club, with trails for jogging and walking and a water fountain. We continue along Bayshore Drive northeast. At the St. Pete Yacht Club is where the northeast now becomes southeast, as Central Avenue begins on the other side of the Yacht Club, which we will show you in a couple of minutes. Across the street from the Yacht Club is Pioneer Park. I'm telling you, there is no shortage of park space or trees in St. Petersburg. Always a great place for a leisurely stroll. St. Petersburg's name was decided by a coin toss between 2 of its founders, John Williams from Detroit and Peter Demens, a Russian immigrant. Well, Demens won the toss and decided to name it after the city in Russia. This waterfront park at the end of 1st Avenue Southeast was named after him, Demens Landing Park. On the north side of the park is the South Yacht Basin, as well as another nice view of the bay. This is a good place to watch the planes landing at Albert Wooded Airport. A nice memorial dedicated to the 15 St. Pete police officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty. On the north side of the park is the Central Yacht Basin, a nice view of the pier and boats coming in. We continue along Bayshore Drive southeast. On the right, Outlying Stadium, where the soccer Tampa Bay Rowdies play. On the other side of the road is the South Yacht Basin. The Mahaffey Theater, now also called the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts, with Broadway shows, concerts, and events. The Salvador Dali Museum, honoring the unique Spanish artists who lived from 1904 to 1989. One block west of Bayshore's Beach Drive, where there are plenty of upscale eateries, art galleries, and bars. We start near the Vinoy and head south. Rental bikes in front of the Annex. The Annex is a walk-up cafe and is pet-friendly. A couple of art galleries in this area. Try some ice cream or chocolates at Sweet Divas. A boutique-style hotel, the Birchwood Inn, with an amazing dining experience. At its rooftop lounge, the Canopy. Try some fresh seafood with outdoor dining at the Alto Mare Fish Bar. Taste the contemporary American cuisine at the Park Shore Grill. The Tris Gastro Lounge with a mix of eclectic foods, high-end wine, and spirits. How about a caviar, champagne, and whiskey bar at the Flute and Dram? The Stillwater's Tavern with live music. Upscale Italian cuisine at Bella Brava. The European-style Cassis restaurant. We moved to the northwest part of downtown to Mirror Lake. You say, why Mirror Lake and not Lake Mirror? Well, Lake Mirror is in Lakeland. But I guess to distinguish this lake from that lake and still keep the name, they just reversed the words and called it Mirror Lake. One of the original buildings from 1926, the Mirror Lake Lyceum. Before we head up central to Tropicana Field, a look at the downtown skyline. The most symbolic skyscraper of St. Pete is the Priatec Plaza, formerly known as One Progress Plaza, with the clock tower. It is the second highest building in St. Pete. We pass the Sundial, formerly known as Baywalk, a shopping district with an AMC theater. All right, let's head down another nightlife district, Central Avenue to Tropicana Field. The eateries along Beach Drive are going to be your more expensive dining options, while the ones along Central are going to be the less expensive, more casual, with breweries, hipster restaurants, and bars. More nightlife, more music. Central Avenue is also becoming an attractive place to live. Places like 930 Central Flats with studio 1- and 2-bedroom apartments. Too many eateries to name them all, but wanted to mention a couple. The Pinoy St. Pete with Filipino food. The Cider Press Cafe, an Asian-inspired eatery with vegetarian cuisine, where you can get tasty, healthy food for the active lifestyle. Another is the very popular dog-friendly Ferg's Sports Bar, serving pub grub, often with live music. It covers 2 city blocks and has 90-plus TVs, ideal for before and after a Tampa Bay Rays game, with a tunnel that goes to the dome.